want to do.
Hi, Claude.
Hey, ladies. I won't interrupt you for long. I love conversations like this. Thank you. This is better than a new Star Wars for me. I mean, this is great. I love it. When you were talking the money thing, I have a solution. It works for me. Maybe it'll work for you or some of your listeners if you'd like to do another role play.
Okay, go.
Absolutely.
Give me the, what was the money thing you said before? You don't have the money or something like that.
It's not in the budget. It's not in the budget.
You know, Anna, I can appreciate that. Anna, let me ask you something. If money wasn't an issue, let's just remove the whole money thing. Would you still want to work with me or buy my product or service based on what we've discussed so far?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Because you did mention that you have the problem X, problem Y, and problem Z. They're of great concern. They're costing you a lot of time and money. So all we have to do is figure out the money part, and maybe there's a way we can solve it right now. What do you think?
Well, I'm open to that, but I got to talk to my manager. He's really the
Wait a second. Let me talk to my manager. Hey, manager, can I talk to Anna and sell her something she really needs right away to save her a lot of time and money?
Absolutely.
See? You got to, off the role play. That was great. Bravo. What I do, I take the money out of the picture, the objection of money. This is the wifey.
This is the manager.
Hi, there we go.
This behind every successful salesman is a smarter, more exhausted wife, and a smarter. And the thing about it is, you take the money out of the argument. You just remove it. It's an emotional block. They don't want to. And that's what all the other salespeople do. Somewhere we get around to the money thing, so we remove it out of the discussion. Then we say, hey, money wasn't an issue. Would you want to buy my car, my insurance policy, my social media marketing services? So you can and then you go back to the emotional triggers, more leads, more income, and things like that. And they usually say yes, like Anna did. Thank you, Anna. And then you go back. We just have to work out the money. And I'm very lucky in my business, because it is my business. I never change my price, but I'm flexible on terms, and I work out terms with a lot of people. So if you have that flexibility, maybe that's a solution.
That's great, and that's a super solution. I think a lot of people, we get stuck on, well, we have to have so much. I recently had a conversation with someone, and they said, you're not charging enough. And I said, well, if I charge too much, guess what? I don't get charged at all. The bottom line is, I'm not making any money if I have to stick to my price. But I like how you mentioned, Claude, about price and terms, because the other thing you can offer, sometimes too, you can sweeten the pot by saying, if you can pay it all up front for, let's say, 3 months, I can give you a big I'll give you 1 month for the price of, I'll give you 3 months, 2 months.
I love that. That's great.
2 months for the price of, 3 months for the price of 2, something like that. So those are always.
Like that, Anna. I have my Skype sessions. I do 4 sessions for the price of 3. And that's what I do, and that seems quite successful. I do the 1 hour session is normally, and that's what has worked for me, because people go, oh God, I'm getting 4 sessions with her for the price of 3, but that's just an offer I had,
Samantha, tell me I'm too expensive. Role play. One more role play, and I'll leave you ladies alone.
Oh, actually, I've been told that today, so
go ahead.
Perfect.
Role play.
Okay, so yeah, but you're too expensive. I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right. I'm probably the most expensive sales trainer in my industry. I hear that quite a lot, and thank you for speaking your mind. I really appreciate when prospect is so forthright, straightforward. That's a stroke. A little obvious, and everything. Why do you think, let me ask you, Samantha, it sounds like we're done. Before I go, why do you think so many people pay me, the most expensive sales trainer? Why do they pay me more than my competition? Take a guess.
Because you're the best.
You're right. You're right. So I can help you find a much cheaper sales trainer. I know a lady, and her 13-year-old son is pretty good at it, and he only charges $50 a year, if you like.
Yes.
Now that's off the rope. That's my joke style, you know. But what I do is I never argue with them. You're right, or I get them to say I'm right, and then I try to. I think Anna was talking about making them aware of the value what you're offering. There's a difference between someone who charges $1,000 a month and someone who's just getting started charges $200 a month.
Right. And, you know, one of the things I found in Claude, we can maybe talk a little bit about this, is one of the things that I found is if I can get them in on the beginning level, if I can get them in on the lower level, then once they have experienced me, then they're willing to pay more and more. So sometimes it's okay to start at the bottom and move your way up, as long as you're not, or what I want to say, as long as you're not selling yourself too cheap. But that's what free this and free that, free offers are for, is so people can begin to see the value you bring to the marketplace. So when there is sticker shock, and hopefully there is a sticker shock, they'll see, oh yeah, because I mean, I pay a lot for my mentors. I think they're valuable, and just the value I get just from being with them. But want to comment on that, Claude? What do you think?
I think if we charge, my mentor used to tell me, and I believe in men, I'm a product of a mentor. I'd be cleaning a Slurpee machine if it wasn't for my mentor. I really believe that my mentor Max used to always say, we charge exactly what we think we are worth. And and so if somebody is working at a McDonald's for $10 an hour and they get fired, are they going to go into nuclear science engineering or something like that? No, they're going to find another job for $10. I think if I work with somebody and I show them how to get their business up and running or make sales comfortable or how to cold call and monetize the call in 30 days and give them that kind of value, and I really believe in it, why shouldn't I charge accordingly rather than my competition? You have to capitalize on your strengths in your business model. And if you do a personal training or service, which I think we all three of us do, by the way,
Right.
I think you charge according to the value, the perception of that prospect. Not everybody's going to hire somebody at a higher income scale. Maybe they can't afford it. Maybe not everybody is a prospect. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, I mean, we can offer to help, like, giving them the 13-year-old to run their social media campaign. But,
Well, I did an offer, Claude, and myself and Anna were talking about this earlier, and I had 4 queries straight away after I put the tweet up, and every single one of them said I was too expensive. Now, one person did message me and said, that seems very reasonable.
But what about the other 3 or 4? Couldn't they be converted? Because did you ever buy something and say, no, I should have bought the better one, but I cheaped out, and then it bothered?
Yeah.
They don't know how wonderful you are. They don't know. You're a stranger. We haven't made the emotional connection.
But they do know me. That's why they asked. Like, they do know me.
Oh.
They're small business owners, and they said, Sam, I'm really interested in that package. And then they were like, oh, sorry, I can't afford it.
Well,
So they know what value I give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't argue with them. I try to be empathetic. I say, you're right. It's a lot of money. You probably didn't wake up this morning and wanted to give me X amount of dollars. I really understand that, Samantha. But I think, would we both agree you do have a problem? And then boop, 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 and then you handle it, and then maybe they get more emotionally involved, and maybe then you can work it out with financing or something like that. I didn't want to monopolize your blab. I'm going to go say goodbye, but thank you so much for letting me join you.
I enjoyed you. Thank you.
I did, and I followed you on Twitter.
Did you hear that, honey? These ladies enjoyed me.
We don't have to enjoy you as much as she does.
Bye-bye.
She's got lots invested. Thank you for joining us, Claude.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice
Keep
to
in
meet you,
touch.
Mrs. Claude.
You too.